Pete here with smallbusinessresource.com. It is May 9th. I'm going to give you an update on the coronavirus stats. Also, the stats for the phases in Pennsylvania, the next counties to open up, some very important information about some of the other counties and what they're saying as far as the stay-at-home order in Pennsylvania, and updated information on field hospitals and stimulus package. They are having another round of stimulus anyways, at least one. So keep in mind, this is proposed, but you want to probably watch the whole video. Globally, it looks like 3.9 million confirmed cases, 275 global deaths, and 1.3 million recoveries. Daily cases, it looks like our trend line has hit a peak. More than likely, it'll start going down. We'll see very soon. In the United States, we have 1.2 million confirmed cases, 77,000 global deaths. And when we're looking at these deaths, I'm not sure if this is right. And the main reason I want to say that is I know numerous people who look at the CDC website daily, and they said the numbers have gone up and down very strangely. And in Pennsylvania, they actually have fluctuated numbers quite a bit. Global recoveries, 198,000. And our trend line appears to be trending downwards. So we're going up, and it's in a downward trend. So there's 13 counties that will be reopening very soon. So, of course, there are 24 counties that were approved yellow, and now it looks like Allegheny, Armstrong, Bedford, Blair, Butler, Cambria, Fayette, Fulton, Greene, Indiana, Somerset, Washington, and Westmoreland. So it says those will move into the yellow phase May 15th. Kind of interesting. And if you aren't familiar with the phases, here are the phases. Red, of course, is a stay-at-home order. If you want to pause this now, pause if you want to read it. Yellow would be the next phase where people can start resuming some form of normality. And then green phase, of course, if you'd like to pause it here, is work and following the CDC guidelines. So very, very interesting. In Lebanon County, officials tell Wolf that they're moving to yellow phase next Friday. And obviously that's not conforming to Wolf, but they've written letters. It looks like Senator Dave Arnold and Representative Russ Diamond, and it looks like Representative Frank Ryan. Looks like more than one of them, a bunch of them. So Schuylkill County, coincidentally, had said a similar thing. They're questioning why their count is much lower than other areas, and they're still in red phase when they believe they should be in yellow. All right, another person, looks like Sherrif Weaknecht in Berks County. He stated that basically he wanted to stand with the Cumberland County Sheriff's Office and pledge to the citizens in Berks. So Cumberland and Berks, there's maybe others, I'm not sure, that basically said that they have no intention of turning local business owners into criminals. And so I'm not really sure what your opinion of this is, but keep in mind, if the business owners are open, but a lot of people are scared to go out and shop and do things because they fear getting in trouble, doesn't fix the problem, but it's, in my opinion, kind of a good thing to see county officials realizing that this is probably doing damage and not doing good. All right, and here's some other very important information. It says U.S. field hospitals stand down, most without treating any COVID-19 patients. You have to keep in mind how much of our tax dollars were being wasted. It says more than 660 million, had to triple take that number, according to NPR. So in New York here, 155 million for 1,038 beds, 0 patients. I can read all these numbers, but they're going to be disgusting and you're going to hate them. 0 patients, 37 patients. So all this money was being spent for our tax dollars to go to hospitals because they said they needed help. And here's how many patients they registered. Javits Center, they're, I think they could probably get anyone to just walk in there. But I don't see how they got such a high number when everybody else has 0 or next to none. I don't know. Did anything else like this happen in your state? Comment below. Let us know. I'm kind of curious. Also, we have tell Congress the American people need the Emergency Money for the People Act. So you can actually sign this. I'll have a link in the description. But this is a petition to give people a $2,000 monthly payment for every qualified American until COVID-19 opens up, and 3 months after, from my understanding. The reason why they're doing this is because they realize the way the economy is, even if they open up today, things are going to start very slow. And even if you're looking at some of the regulations, Wolf and a lot of people are using, because the CDC, if restaurants open, they're not going to have everybody flooding in. Even if they try to flood in, let's just say they do, they will be required to have spacing and they will required to have social distancing. So I have a video when I was in San Jose where they had these regulations, and basically they were seating every other table. And if you were seated at the bar, it was every third bar seat was seated. So that being the case, even if people all decide to go, they will not have the capacity. So they're expecting that most jobs that are hiring are going to hire slower. They may not require all the staff right up the bat. And that's not just restaurants. That might be a lot of other jobs that are in manufacturing. They might not need everybody full time because they might not have the need for everything right away. So that's why they're proposing stuff like this. But right now, the House and the Senate, they're actually waiting and they're negotiating, I should say. And I don't believe this should be a negotiation. I think they should have stuff in place. But they're proposing legislation for the next round of stimulus. And that next round of stimulus, I'm hoping would be the last one, but who knows what's going to happen. Some of the things that I see based on news that I saw is increased stimulus for people who are making over 100,000 or have a business over 100,000, because there's a lot of small business owners, or there's a lot of people at payroll that have not been able to take advantage of certain programs because of the fact that their business produces over 100 or 150. They fit into a very small category that's not being helped. Well, it's probably a big category because you got to look at payroll. In a lot of places, 100,000 income is not a huge amount of money, and it's kind of average to be 100 if you're making 100 a year or so. All right, well, this is Pete Gustus, and with my Keep Sherrif Weaknecht shirt because he's pretty good guy. That's what I would say. Smash a like button if this helped you. Share it with a friend. Subscribe to my channel for the latest updates. Have a great day.